Well, this will be an interesting video. I don't really get requests like this, but Jonathan sent in a paid request, and for those interested in requesting any type of videos, random thoughts, streams, commentaries, video game playthrough for an hour, a full playthrough, movie review, re-review, random thoughts, streams, like I said, commentaries, tier list rankings, whatever the case, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal. I do have a Cash App as well. Links are down below in info box, and we'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. And for those who sent them, thank you. I do appreciate it. And the request was, could you do a video of your thoughts on the first 100 days of Donald Trump? And I'm like, okay. I don't really talk a lot of politics on here for a reason. But I figure, okay, I guess I'll give those reasons with this. Because I don't give a shit about politics. First and foremost, I don't. And I don't care if you're Republican, I don't care if you're Democrat, I don't care if you're conservative, I don't care if you're liberal, I don't care. You can feel free to be on this channel. I'm not going to judge you, I'm not going to call you names. And you have the right to do that, and that's fine with me. Just don't be an asshole. That's where my line is drawn. I think in every one of those things, every one of those parties I mentioned, there's good people, there's bad people in them. Like every group. Whether you're a DC fan, a Marvel fan, a Star Wars fan, a Star Trek fan, a Ninja Turtle fan, a furry, whatever the fuck you are, there are good people in there and there's bad people in there. Meaning there's good people who just, they like that stuff and then they just live their normal life, and then there's the extremists that make it an annoying fucking headache for the other people. Same with politics, same with religion, same with everything. It's just statistics. That's just the factual state of statistics. You get a group of people, there's going to be a section that are assholes. Just how it is. And I don't like any politicians. On all sides. I don't. I've said this before. I don't trust any of them. Whether it's Joe Bidet or Donald Dump Truck, I don't like any of them. Or Kamala Obama, or whatever the fuck else their names were. I don't give a shit about any of them. Because they're all full of shit. They have FOSS. That's FOSS. That's full of shit syndrome. They're all full of it. They tell you what you want to hear till they get in the office. And when they get in the office, they can promise everything till the cows come home, but it ain't up to them at the end of the day. There's a lot of tape, legal tape, blue tape, red tape, all sorts of tape, all sorts of other officials. Then they go through this and 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 this person before anything gets fucking done. And that's why so many times it's wheels spinning. And the more things they change, the more they stay the same. And it's just the fact, people argue one versus the other and one versus the other. First off, we all want the same thing. We want enough money for our families, our friends, to live, to breathe, to eat, to sleep. Like, we all want the same thing at the end of the day. Work together and stop this tribal bullshit. And that's the problem, I think, is the Republican Democrat having to split in the first place. Like, it's called the United States. We shouldn't have a split in the fucking first place. All for one, one for all type of thing. But I know then people be afraid of dictatorship and all that other stuff. But it can still be a voting process. But goddamn. We should be working together. I know that's simplistic mindset. But I think that's the right mindset. How about this? Donald Trump, you sit here, people that really believe in you, people who really don't believe in you, have a conversation about every fucking thing. Let it all out. You said this, oh yeah, where's the proof? Well, that's disinformation. How's that disinformation? Then you prove it. Now, granted, the people have to be willing to listen, have to be willing to possibly eat a piece of humble pie and may be wrong. And that's for both people. That's for both groups. But not many people are willing to do that. The issue I had in the past few years is, well, both sides, but what I saw more of, at least in the places I saw, in the places I ventured, was people saying that if you voted for Donald Trump, then you're not even a human being, you're not worth breathing. Whether it be when all this stuff happened in Florida, the hurricanes, all that stuff. And there's literally a person who worked for the group that's supposed to make sure that people are safe and check for survivors. And they go, well, if they have a sign that said they voted for Donald Trump, don't knock on their door. Don't see if they're safe. Really? Really? Are you serious? In fact, I want to see if I could get the... See if I get the FEMA worker fired for telling hurricane responders to avoid... Let me get this right. FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell called the employee's action reprehensible and said the matter had been referred to the Office of Special Counsel. The matter being that a Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA worker, fired after she told a team responding to hurricane survivors to not go to homes with yard signs showing support for President-elect Donald Trump. They did not identify the employee or say when or where the actions happened. That's what I'm talking about. Now, I'm not saying other side have, again, people do stupid shit all place. But I see stuff like that, I go, that's bullshit. Meaning, that's horrendous behavior. Those are human beings that went through hurricanes. Who gives a shit who they voted for? You voting for Donald Trump is not you being a racist. That's stupid, illiterate, oversimplification of thinking in this year of 2025. It just is. Now, let me just say, I don't like Donald Trump either. I don't like Joe Biden, and I didn't like either one. I didn't like Kamala Obama, whatever the fuck her name is either. I didn't like any of them. I think they're all full of shit. Joe Biden, he looks like the fucking puppet from Jeff Dunham. Was it Walter? And he has the same brain cells as well, as we saw. Because he was literally going fucking insane, crazy. Like, no more brain anymore. And Donald Trump, he's just a fucking idiot, saying stupid shit all the time. Making promises he can't keep. He's a loudmouth asshole, and Joe Biden is a empty-headed dumb fuck. They all suck. That's my point. They're all full of shit. I don't know why people can't understand that. All politicians are full of shit. They don't give a fuck about you. If you think a politician cares about you, I have a bridge to sell you. I'll have bathwater to sell you to drink. I will give you a cup of yogurt and won't tell you where it came from. My ball sack. Okay? Politicians do not give a fuck about you. I don't know why this is news. Also, the water is wet and the sky is blue, and I'm drinking this. I don't know why this is news to people. But the problem was the past few years, they really pushed on the woke stuff. And the government, and they pushed on the DEI stuff. I almost said IED stuff. That's different. DEI stuff. And they jammed into people's sockets. They jammed into people's foreheads and down their throats. Into movies. And trying to teach kids about stuff that really they're not of age to should be taught about, stuff like that. They should be taught math, history, 2 + 2 = 4, color some books, not worry about, why are you gay? No. You're 7 years old. The 7-year-old doesn't need a conversation about whether they're gay or straight. It's, what color do you want on this dinosaur? Blue or purple or green? The answer is red. And people saw that and they get sick of that shit. They see there's all this DI stuff in movies saying, if you're white, you're a piece of shit. That's racist on every front. It's not right when it happens to black people or white people or pink people or purple people, you're people. I don't know why this is so hard to figure out. It's not right when it happens to anybody. It's like all those fucking riots. The Black Lives Matter riots, that wasn't right. The January 9th thing against the White House, that wasn't right either. Now granted, if I understand, more people died in those riots and Black Lives Matter than the White House ones. But they both were wrong. They were. Both were wrong. It's ironic with the Black Lives Matter riots, a cop died who was black. But the riots were about, cops killing this black guy. So let's do some riots. And we killed another black guy who was a police officer. But yet if I point that out, I'm racist. I'm racist because I'm mad that an innocent cop who happens to be black died. Yeah, I have a little bit of skin in that because my brother is a fucking cop. And I haven't talked about that because nobody's business. But yeah, my brother is a cop. So what if it was... Yeah, I mean, he's not black. I've been called black, to be honest. So maybe he is black. So kiss my black ass. Steal a line from Fabio. Kiss my black ass and suck my black dick. It's called shaft. Actually, it's called dynamite. That's my dick. So dynamite this. So yes, I do care that an innocent cop died. Why don't you? You're the one causing a big ruckus about a black man dying from cops, but if an innocent black cop died, you don't give a shit. Explain that to me. But yet I'm the racist one. Figure that out, please. Send me a memo. And then the whole thing in January, that was fucking stupid too. Because it didn't solve anything, it didn't do anything, just made you look like fucking idiots. And embarrassing, honestly. Both groups need to take a fucking chill pill and relax. Jerk off, do something else. And Donald Trump I don't like because I think he's a loudmouth asshole that gives... Okay, the first 100 days. Other than the fact of the whole immigration thing, which I have no problems with, because if you're an illegal alien, then you're illegal here. Hence the term illegal alien. You gotta go the fuck back. Sorry, you're here illegally. It's illegal. Gotta go back home. That's how the law works. Sorry. Now, does that mean all of them are criminals? No. But guess what? Some of them were. That's not a fucking lie. Now, yes, there's a lot of legal people that are criminals, but we have, that's enough to fucking deal with, let alone all the illegal ones too. Let's say there's a group of people. Some are legal. Let's say here's a group of illegal people, illegal aliens. Some of them, they just want to live their life. I apologize. Go back and find a way to get in here legally. But of that group, there's also illegal ones that are criminals. Get them the fuck out. We have enough legal criminals to deal with as is. And by the way, overpopulation is a worry as well. Believe it or not. People don't want to say it because, the country, brain, you're tired, you're poor. But there is a sense of overpopulation. There may not be enough fucking rooms, so be careful type of thing too. Believe it or not. So the illegal, alien, I have no issues with that. And it seems like they cracked down on that. And it seems like it's been effective. That's really the only thing I could think of that's been effective so far. Now, I can admit I'm not knowledgeable on politics. Just like I said, I don't give a fuck about it. I guarantee someone could go, yeah, you don't know shit about politics. I'm like, you're right. Because I don't care. Because it doesn't matter what I say. Because I just say something and they don't fucking care. Because they don't care what you think. They're going to do whatever benefits them. Not you. And my question is, like every politician in the first 100 years, what the fuck have you done? Not much, except a lot of this, and not much of anything else. For Trump, he's done this stuff with the illegal, fine. What else? What about those people that needed help in North South Carolina? Like, they needed help for how long? Have they been helped at all since then? Oh, he visited the place in the Carolinas and stuff, but has anything been done to help them? Please let me know if it has. Cool, I'd love to know about it. Because I couldn't find any info that something has been done. If not, what the fuck you waiting on? This whole shit with the JFK files. Remember that whole deal with the JFK files? The JFK files. The JFK files go be released. Nothing came of it. Even when you eventually do, it's all going to be redacted. You don't find more black lines. Can't even come up with a good analogy for it. There's going to be more black lines than words. The JFK files is nothing's going to come of it. Not a goddamn fucking thing is going to come from the JFK files. Nothing. A bunch of this and nothing. Remember the whole thing? The Epstein files going to be released. Then all they did was release shit people already fucking knew about. They don't release the whole thing either because they're powerful people that don't want that shit released. I mean, okay, you don't want to talk about the illegal alien problem. How about the big pedo problem? And go after these people and get them off the fucking street and let them be punished for crimes they committed. That would really help your fucking public persona. You want to do something about it. If you're not going to do about it, then who the fuck else is? Mr. President? Any president. Joe Bidet or Donald Dump Truck or anybody. So the whole Epstein file thing didn't mean shit. Nothing's going to be done. The whole JFK file thing didn't mean shit. Nothing's going to be done. Bunch of this and nothing else. Again, the more things change, the more they stay the fuck the same. The rich people get away with it. You get that rarity of Weinstein and such, but 8 times out of 10, the rich person gets away with it. And what else? What else has been done in the 100 days? What else has been done? Except that Elon Musk and Donald Trump pretty much had this big divorce on social media. Which is ironic this came in, because this came in before that shit happened. So I guess maybe it was... I'm glad I waited. Because if I did it then, I would have missed all this shit. That Elon Musk left Donald Trump. And then Elon Musk, who I guess is this big ketamine freak. He looked like a weirdo too. This ketamine freak. Talk about how Donald Trump is this and that. And your name is on the Epstein files. I'm like, yeah, people know. Because that's the thing with the Epstein files. Just because you're on it doesn't mean you went to the island with all the kid fucking. Because you could be on the files, but you just knew him because he was this rich businessman. And then you're on the files. There's a difference between that and going to the island. I know there's a thing where Donald Trump threw the guy out. Because the guy, just something about his daughter or something? And then people say, well, Elon Musk, if you knew about this, then how can you let Donald Trump near your kid? If you thought he was some pedo. So, do I think Donald Trump did that with kids? No. I think he's a guy who's he's a businessman first and foremost. So he saw a guy who's a businessman and wanted to get some money out of him. Until couldn't or wouldn't, and then goodbye. Also, think about this. Who had those files before Donald? Joe Biden and his team. You don't think they would have used that to get Donald Trump out of the fucking race in the first place? Think about that. Joe Biden and that team had the Epstein files for the longest fucking time. You don't think they would have been like, get him the fuck out. Look, he's on the list. And we investigated and he touched this kid's dick. You think they wouldn't have done something? Really? You don't think they would have done something? With how much they fucking hate Donald Trump. You don't think that would be the first and final coffin? Not even the whole nail. They take the whole fucking coffin and hit him with it. So it's not the final nail in the coffin. The whole fucking coffin on top of a coffin to crush his fucking head on it. And they didn't. They couldn't find anything. There's nothing there. I may not like the guy, but you also gotta look at the facts. Or, I guess, the educated guesses. So the whole Epstein file didn't fucking matter. And also Elon Musk, like, he said all that, then he deleted all the tweets. I'm like, well, so did you believe in what you said or you didn't? Or, well, tell you I didn't lie. He's in the files. I didn't say he touched kids. I didn't say he's in the files. So, yeah. And I'm like, well, if you believe in it so much, why do you delete the tweets? So Elon Musk seems like a fucking weirdo. What was that thing, Elon Musk? He played some video game, and people realized he fucking cheated, or he paid someone. He said he was such a good gamer, but really he paid someone else to play it for him. I'm like, really, dude? You have like billions of dollars, and this is what you're worried about? If I had billions of dollars, you wouldn't hear from my ass again. I play the fucking video game myself and try to get good at it. I would have enough time and money to do it. Elon Musk is a fucking idiot. They're all fucking idiots. That's why I said I don't like any of them. I don't like any politicians. I'm very anti-authority. I'm not an anarchist, but I'm just... Fuck all the government. I feel like V for Vendetta. November. Anyway, so what the fuck has Donald Trump done? The tariffs? He brought the tariffs up, people got scared. Then it's like, well, let's hold back on it. Granted, every other country will tariff us, but we can't tariff them for some reason. It's like, well, how come they did tariff? How come they did give us tariffs then? But we can't tariff them. But they could tariff the shit out of us. I mean, the whole fucking thing is stupid, man. I mean, for people that say Donald Trump is the Antichrist and all this stuff, let me ask you a question. Was it really that good under Joe Biden? I didn't think so. Not at all. Thus my point stands. They all suck. It doesn't matter who the fuck is in office. We're always going to be in deep shit. Granted, in America, to be fair, we have it pretty well compared to other countries. Like, if we're being honest, compared to other countries that really are dealing with starving kids, that really are dealing with civil war every other fucking day. Right now in America, if we're worried about eggs are a little bit more expensive, I'm not saying it's not hard for people. It is. But I'm just saying, compared to other countries, we're doing okay. You know what I mean? We're doing okay. We're doing decent. And I'm glad to be in this country. I'm not going to be... If you want to be in another country, you go ahead and then you don't find out that you made a mistake. Because, you know, no country is perfect. America ain't perfect. But you know what? America's a pretty damn good place to be. I'm glad to be here. So, again, it's not that bad. Just saying. That you go to one of these countries that if you're gay, they cut your fucking head off, like in Saudi Arabia. Go there and live a year and then see what you think of America. Then all these celebrities, I'm going to move. You're not moving because of Trump. You're moving because you're probably some pedophile that want to escape justice. Did he or didn't he? Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen DeGeneres is another fucking weirdo. And that's sad because I actually liked her TV show back in the day. But she's just a weird... more like Ellen DeGenerate. Now, is it... where the fuck she's at having orchids and farming and shit? Good. Shave your head and shove it up your ass, Ellen. So the first 100 days... not a whole lot of shit. But yeah. I'm just a simple country bumpkin. What do I know? Politicians suck. All of them. Fuck them all. That's my choice. Fuck them all. Fuck senile Joe Bidet, fuck Donald Trump, fuck them all up their asses. They're all full of shit. They all lie to you. They don't give a shit about you. They don't. They won't give you a cup of dog piss to help you out. Why would you need that? I don't know. Maybe you're on fire or something. You need to douse yourself on something. You can't piss yourself. I don't know. So, fuck them. Later.